tests, really, it's not about you having symptoms only. There are routine tests that are needed to be done, whether you are having symptoms
or not.
Some
people avoid doing tests because of finance.
I think the responsibility again lies with us, the professionals. Because sometimes some people have a made-up mind. But probably just cancelling them, emphasizing on the importance of them going to do this test might change their mind.
You should also be careful. I mean, as a professional, to know when, even after conducting a rapid diagnostic test, whether to tell the patient to go further.
For confirmative. Probably the fear of going to somewhere that might give you a wrong reading has affected some people.
Whenever you do a lab test, you're given a result that is positive of a disease, it's always good to do a second check.
Confirmatory. Hello, Healthy Fams. I am Fam Diane and I'm your host for the Healthy Mind podcast. Firstly, thank you very much for liking, commenting. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for commenting. We are seeing the comments and we are getting feedbacks. Thank you very much. Today, again, I have my beautiful sisters, my pharmacist with class. You're looking good.
Aww,
You're looking good.
Thank you.
In the spirit of maintaining a healthy mind, we are trying to create a balance. People normally lose their maintenance or their composure when they have a lot of money. And sometimes, of course, we feel a bit stressed when we have nothing. So how has it happened to you, or how do we maintain that balance?
Yeah. I mean,
how do you maintain a healthy mind? In that state.
It's difficult to live a healthy life if you're broke. Because imagine having to do a balanced diet.
Yes.
And you have to get all the stuff that you have to prepare for that balanced
diet.
The
balanced diet. That's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Are we observing balanced diet?
That's the other thing.
We are taking diet according to our economy.
So
without money.
When you're low on cash, it can be difficult.
And
sometimes when you have too much as well, people tend to consider other things that
lose their
besides their health. You know, maybe they'll say, that me granny also not nah, I don't get money, I go down.
Focusing on
that dress. Oh, I used to see that dress.
Even overeating.
I have this screenshot of
things I want to buy.
Or now I have all the money. Let me eat all that I want.
As much as I can.
Yes, and you eat, you become obese.
You take unhealthy decisions.
Exactly. So
many calories.
you have to have that balance, you know. Some people, when they have too much, they just lose composure. And if you're too broke, you lose your speed. So you have to have a balance, you know.
And some of them, they've never handled certain cash.
Exactly.
When you handle it,
you ask someone that if you win $1 million today, waiting at the first thing. Although now people say they'll buy padlock for their mouth, but people will be like, baby there. Like if na man, they'll say,
a woman
they go find baby there first. That mean baby under. People just have fantasies when they have a lot of money. And when they are low on cash, that is when they think sane thoughts. They're like, oh, when I have money, I'll go to the hospital. In fact,
some will feel depressed when there's no money.
Yes, you know, when you don't have money again, that is a source of
vitamin M. Is essence here.
Lack of money is vitamin M deficiency. You know, when you lack money, you start to get sick because you'll be thinking, feeling depressed, thinking a lot, overthinking, stress. You know, even if someone says hello, good morning, what is good about good morning? You know,
because you don't have it. When in the time of the month do we actually feel a bit stressed when the last salary is finished?
Well, I think at the end of the month, everybody is stressed.
The third week,
the
of the month.
People receiving salaries are even more stressed because they have holes to cover.
Before the money comes.
Yes. The money is already finished.
It's very important to maintain a healthy mind in whatever state or financial state you find yourself.
Yeah.
In that line, today we are talking about the importance of testing before treating. Testing, you might be sick, you're having symptoms, and you decide to visit a lab or visit a pharmacy for your rapid diagnostic test. So, ladies, how important is that?
Well, I think tests really, it's not about you having symptoms only. There are routine tests that are needed to be done, whether you are having symptoms
Or not.
So, testings actually, it gives a pointer to your prescriber, to your medical professional. It helps to actually give you the best.
It gives
best
heads up.
treatment,
decision.
best treatment, best advice. The test results helps the medical professional to be able to make informed decisions, and which is best for you, because as we say, we are mindful of your health. We are mindful of what happens to you, whether you have money or not. So please, it's really necessary to have tests.
Done.
There are routine tests that needs to be done, some yearly, some every 6 months, some monthly. So it's good that when you have money, you don't lose your composure on other things only. You take that time out to have some to run some labs so that you are better informed about your health.
Some people avoid doing tests because of finance.
Well,
but I'm sure most of the time you avoid doing the test and you spend
on treating something else.
Using meds you don't need. Then you end up going for tests, and then you now have to accurately treat. That means you've wasted some money. So economy wise, it is not safe. And we have adamant people, they don't, no matter what you say, they don't do testing. They say the unknown is safe.
The fear of the unknown.
Well, I think the responsibility again lies with us, the professionals. Because sometimes some people have a made-up mind, but probably just cancelling them, emphasizing on the importance of them going to do this test might change their mind. I have this scenario where there was this patient, the patient had persistent cough for about a couple of weeks. And I think that patient started taking erythromycin, and so because we have these things here as the cough, take erythromycin, but the symptoms never wiped out. So I had to tell the patient to go to the hospital, and probably they might do X-ray for the patient. So the patient went, saw the doctor, and indeed, after the sputum test was done, he was asked to do this X-ray, and they found out he had some infection. His chest was infected and all, but he was diagnosed with TB. So he was placed on this 6 months course of treatment. After that, the person is so healthy. So imagine if that patient had continued taking self-medicating and all. Probably that might have even led to the death of the patient or so. So at the end of the day, the patient's outcome was good. Because the patient is now back on his feet and is so healthy, you will not even know I came down with such medical condition.
Probably people don't know that there are tests also done in the pharmacy.
Of course.
Yes, so we need to throw light on the rapid diagnostic tests that can be done in the pharmacy or at home.
So generally, I think it's the rapid diagnostic tests that are conducted within the pharmacy setting, because some of these tests, other tests require using reagents, chemical reagents. So, and the pharmacy is not equipped with that kind of facility. So it's better to go to the hospital. But for quick tests, those rapid ones, they can be done. And you should also be careful. I mean, as the professional, to know when, even after conducting a rapid diagnostic test, whether to tell the patient to go further. Because for example,
for confirmative.
to confirm, it's always good to confirm. Because for example, if the patient has started taking antimalarials and they are still warm and showing symptoms, if you conduct a test by then, it may come out negative and you'll be wondering what's going on. But it will be better to do a confirmation and follow up.
There have been concerns before now. People have they've done tests and it's has shown positive, and they've been living with the notion that it's positive until after they go for a second, assessment. So probably the fear of going to somewhere that might give you a wrong reading has affected some people. What do you think? Because we have those cases. Because there are many labs in town now. And
I've even heard of one that the person will just go and stand. There is a machine projected at you that will check your entire system from head to toe. Yes, and the machine will diagnose everything. That's very funny, because how is that possible? I mean, yes, I know there are higher technologies, MRIs and those kind of things, but even in the MRI machine, I don't think the MRI can diagnose you of malaria or something, You have to get some more thorough tests. So I don't think so. You have to be careful where you go to, of places you go to. Be careful of places you go to. I mean, to seek the kind of care that you want to seek, so that they won't tell you false results or put your life in a panic mode.
I think what I'll advise is that whenever you do a lab test, and let's say, for example, you're giving a result that is positive of a disease, it's always good to do a second check.
Confirmatory.
No matter how good you think that, yes, because
from a different
from a very different facility with different staff. Because
you're not sure.
because if you don't, you might be living with something that you don't have, and that fear, that psych will make you even a little bit sicker. So please, second opinions.
They're very important.
The challenge is, how will someone know that this laboratory
is
doing,
that's a challenge.
Authentic results?
That's a challenge.
Well, I think now it's a kudos to the university. We are having medical laboratory scientists that are being trained from these universities, and if you really get to a trained, as always, a trained healthcare professional is one way you are one step closer to having your healing. Because if you go to someone because you think they go in and come out of a hospital and they claim to be whatever that is that they want to be, and then you just take their words
for it,
hook, line and sinker, and you really don't know the professional
who is working.
You don't need to know the person personally. But I think the media space is so big now that you can Google me up and you'll obviously see some photos from my college days, some photos of my graduation. So I'll not just tell you that I am a pharmacist. You'll see evidences. But there are some people, there are no evidences of them being...
We have offices, like we have labs all over the place. And we cannot say this one is...
No, we're not...
No, I think at times it helps you going to a hospital.
Yes.
So I think that's the most important thing.
At that place, they are regulated.
The doctors also
They
recommend.
Yes, they recommend who should
Yes,
who should test.
correct places for you.
Yeah. The
Than you
doctors now
just
refer
assuming
you.
that, I
This one is
saw
good.
a laboratory online. Let me
Yes,
go and do my
let me
test
just
there.
say they check
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
They can even
And
tell
you know,
the
and then
function
you just
of your
go
body.
there.
I think
It's not even with the professionals or those that are there. What about the reagents they are using?
Yeah.
What
They
about
may be
Yes.
expired.
What if they are
No,
They are not
They won't
stored
give you the
Yeah.
correct
properly.
Not stored
results at the end
properly,
of the day.
expired. Yeah.
So you can see some reagents needs to be kept in
Yes.
particular
some
temperatures
temperature,
or
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
storage conditions.
So there are a lot of things to
You
think
can't
about
enter into a
and-
laboratory. You as the patient, you are not sweating. You entered into the laboratory, and all of a sudden you become so sweating profusely, and you expect to have the best of results.
Yeah, that's another.
Because
yes.
Because that place is
hot, man. Just imagine
So
how
how
if you
the
are sweating,
reagents-
how are the reagents? So, and
Noted.
most of these are stored either at room temperature or way below.
Yeah.
So if you as the individual, you are exposed to such high temperatures.
Yes. What will happen?
Yeah.
So
and no IPC.
please,
Yeah, they are not
Yeah,
following.
The person coming to take your
Yes.
samples or so is
without
just,
gloves,
oh my
without
goodness. Right from there you start seeing
you just
this
know that
results actually
there
going
might be
to-
something faulty with it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all of that should be taken.
In as much as someone will say it is costly to do testing, it is very important.
Very
that
very
one
important.
can't be
Very
ruled out.
important.
It is
As
very important.
much
It
as
saves a lot.
Diagnosis,
It
It
is
has saved
important
lives.
to see a medical professional, to have advice and counseling,
Yeah.
to have the best of medicines. It is
Mhm,
equally
mhm.
important
Yes, to do
have the
accurate.
best of tests,
Yeah.
to be enabled to have
Yeah.
a healthy life.
Yeah.
to
We-
get a better patient outcome. At the
Yeah,
end.
that's what we want to see. Not the one you.
Every now
You know,
and
we
then
have
are-
patients in the community pharmacy who have been treating for close to 6 months,
Yes.
and you're wondering,
What's
you are
happening?
coming again and again and again. Why not go to the hospital, do a test?
Yes.
Then they will know what is wrong with you. Then we can continue to help you.
Yeah.
But they would avoid because the unknown for them is safer for them not to know.
Yeah.
And it's safer, even though the pharmacy is still selling.
Yeah.
Of course.
You are buying, you are wasting money, and then at the end of the day,
And the danger about that, Diane, what if the person is HIV positive and you've not known your status
You've not
and you are
known.
parading the community?
in fact,
You know,
You're
They-
sharing.
they don't want to even do that test.
Sharing is giving.
HIV test. No.
Yeah. And it's not just HIV. Now
Many,
there's
like,
hepatitis B.
Hepatitis.
You know, even monkeypox is all over the
Yes.
place.
so it's
People
good
just
you know
come
your
with some
status,
rash, and
your health
even though
status.
we haven't had any case in Sierra
Yeah,
Leone,
we-
just to be
Confirm.
clear,
Yeah.
but we don't have any confirmed case. But
We need to be
yes, we need
Yeah.
to be cautious.
very sensitive and,
And
yeah.
yes, so
just
we're hearing about it all over the world and all of that.
you know,
So,
for example, the rash. Someone will have rash,
yes,
and it's itching seriously. They'll come for stops. They'll come for something to stop
Yeah.
the itching, and
Yeah.
you've not done testing. It is something very serious.
So
Exactly.
I
And
think
there are skin
it's-
tests
it's-
also.
Yeah,
tests
I've
have
done
been
that
carried
before.
out.
The skin
Yes.
test, yeah.
Yeah, I think
So-
it's something that we really need to implement in our patients.
Yeah, we need to
counseling.
encourage.
Yeah.
So take for example the STIs.
Mm.
A lady walks up to you, and this lady was here last month. This lady was here the month before.
Yeah.
Do not treat. Send so that you have a confirmation of the labs. So you will be able to, at least you are better informed.
Yeah.
Mm.
But most times we tend to say, oh, Asabiam,
Yes,
Ekinkaya, na mi customer.
Mhm.
If you
You
want
need
the
to know
best
more.
for the patient,
Why?
send for further probing.
There are so many STIs.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
those kinds to be treated, we have stages, especially with the antibiotics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
From this stage, you move to the
The acute and
Yeah.
chronic
First line,
so,
second line.
of course,
Yeah.
the testing
helps.
will inform
Yeah, it will
as
guide.
to what
Which
level,
level,
what line of treatment
Mhm,
you
yeah,
give to that patient.
yeah.
as well. So all of
The
those are important.
dosage
So it's
and
not
everything.
just about well, the medical professional getting to know too much.
Yes.
Because sometimes that's what some people think. He wants, or he or she wants to know too much.
Yeah.
But I should know. Michael, I should know because that's the guide. Even after doing the test, they do clacking.
Yes.
Because the test alone, the test result alone cannot give me everything. But they will do clacking.
Yeah.
But
so I should know.
But let me say this. I think the health professionals now, we are very, very trustworthy. And mind you, you can confide in us.
Ethics.
We have good moral ethics.
Yeah.
True.
So if you think you will hide, or I don't want to tell this person, we won't be able to help you.
It brings me to another point.
Yeah.
People can go to the stage of, okay, I'll test. Now the result is positive, but I don't believe.
Then we'll refer you to do another test.
Yeah.
I will refer you to
You know what? I don't believe, and they go with the results. You don't see them anymore. There are certain results they don't believe. They have the name. They have the name, but they don't believe that it's it's them.
Self-doubt, that kind of thing. But
they don't accept that it's them. So no, I beg not to me get this sick. I beg, let me go.
Especially,
so it's even beyond the testing.
Yeah.
You test, yes, we are Christians. We believe that God is faithful and merciful to help us. When you have a test, I'm sure we should encourage confirmation and not avoiding. Because avoiding it will create more problems. Thank you very much, ladies. We had a wonderful time also today. Thank you very much, viewers. I know you've enjoyed this session. Please don't stop liking, don't stop commenting, don't stop subscribing, okay? Thank you and see you for the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.